Well, it's that time again, folks. Let's see what tonight brings us. Yep. Hardy beat lower to the live stream. Thank you for coming. So what I had typed there, I'll wait for you to go and share it and come back. Song by Robin Mark. Kick this off. Days of Elijah.
Days of Elijah, declaring the word of the Lord.
Okay. Gotta pick another one. They weren't printing the lyrics. Hey, Mr. Pat, welcome. We heard that part already.
These are the days of Elijah, declaring the word of the Lord. And these are the days of your servant Moses, righteousness being restored. And though these are days of great trial, of famine and darkness and sorrow, still we are the voice in the desert crying, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Behold, we come, riding on the clouds, shining like the star. At the trumpet call, lift your voice, is nearer to believe, and out of Zion's hill salvation comes. And these are the days of Ezekiel, the dry bones becoming as flesh. And these are the days of your servant David, rebuilding the temple of praise. these are the days of the harvest. Oh, the fields are as white as your blood. And we are the laborers in your vineyard, declaring the word of the Lord. Behold, he comes, riding on the clouds, shining like the star. At the trumpet call, lift your voice. It's the year of Jubilee, and out of Zion's hill salvation comes. There's no God like Jehovah. 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 Behold, he comes, riding on the clouds, shining like the star. At the trumpet call, lift your voice. It's the year of Jubilee, and out of Zion's hill salvation comes. Behold, he comes, riding on the clouds, shining like the star. At the trumpet call, lift your voice. It's the year of Jubilee, and out of Zion's hill salvation comes. Behold, he comes, riding on the clouds, shining like the star. At the trumpet call, lift your voice. It's the year of Jubilee, and out of Zion's hill salvation comes. Behold, he comes, riding on the clouds, shining like the star. At the trumpet call, lift your voice. It's the year of Jubilee, and out of Zion's hill salvation comes. Lift your voice. It's the year of Jubilee, and out of Zion's hill salvation comes.
Well, I hope you like that kickoff. Let's see, I'm just going to like number 3. Mr. Okay. Thank you for answering that question for me, Mr. Pat. Yes, Red Dragon, I am from Canada. I'm pretty much right at the center of Canada when you go east to west. So I'm halfway to the west coast, halfway to the east coast. Either way, it's going to take me 3 days to get to either one of them. But if I want to go to water, I've only got to go for about a 10-minute stroll. And I'm walking through an international boundary water. So, welcome to my stream, Red Dragon, if you're still here. And hello to whoever that is that uses some crazy characters for letters. If you want to say something to me, please use Google Translate and post your comments in English. So yeah, for those who are regulars here, you know what we talk about. That's everything, anything, and nothing. Thank you, Hardy. Yeah, I'm enjoying doing these live streams, even though, right now I don't have a lot of people join in. The ones that do, keep it fun. and we get a bunch of new people drifting through. That just add to the entertainment. Add a Q&A sticker. Try it. Oh, I like that one. They suggested one, that I could start with. So, wants to place it right over top of my face. I wish I could move it, but it's not letting me do that. Oh, there we go. There. I got to move it up a little bit. Okay, now you can at least see my eyes, but you can't see my non-receding hairline. Food I could eat daily? Oh, I'll answer that one first. Lasagna. Oh, no. I could eat lasagna every day. Yeah. And after that, probably chicken. Uh-oh. Somebody want to check and see if there's an egg? I think I just laid an egg. Yeah. Not big on pizza. Because pizza sauce is a lot different than spaghetti sauce. And I find that the acids in the pizza sauce just upset my tummy a little too much. There's too much acid and not enough alkaline food with it. But that's probably because I don't eat, if I'm eating pizza, I don't eat a salad with it. Whereas if I'm having lasagna, I'll have a salad or I'll have, something else with lasagna. Yeah, chicken, fish, I don't mind them. I could eat them every day. Oh, you like lasagna too? Oh, that feels better. Hello, Christy. Christy Travascus. Welcome to my live stream. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. I appreciate new viewers. Stick around and throw something out there. Oh no! I hope you're okay. The car can be fixed, but it sometimes takes a long time for people to heal from car crashes. And even if the car can't be fixed, you can always get another one. But ooh, 3 cars. Ouch. I hope you weren't driving all 3 of them. I got to tell you a funny story. I got into actually it wasn't me. It was another person that was driving. We were driving in tandem. So he was behind me. And he got into a 4-truck pileup. But there was only one driver. Yeah. He was driving a lead truck. And the saddle that carried the second truck broke. So it fell off the lead truck, and then the other 3 trucks started sliding, and rather than let them crash into the traffic ahead of him, he used the truck he was driving to stop them. So 4 trucks were totaled, but there was only one driver. That was a job I didn't mind doing. I would oh wow, so you were the only ones that were, so that's pretty good that you were able to drive home. Yeah, that's only minor damage then, cosmetic damage. Most cars, after they've had an accident, they got to be taken away on a truck that belongs to a happy hooker, a tow truck driver. He hooks onto that car and runs away, with a pocket full of cash. Yeah. No, I enjoyed running those trucks around North America. Usually, I would start near my home, not too far from Buffalo, New York. Ooh, yeah. What kind of car were you in there, Christy? So I would leave from, Buffalo. A lot of my destinations was the port of Miami, but I got to do a few runs to Laredo, Texas, trucks that were headed into Mexico. Excuse my French. A couple of runs out to Vancouver. And I also did a lot of one-day runs. Sure, Jubilee Barth, I can definitely shout out to Sloan. Thank you for coming by. Please, go tap tap on the nose and wait for the big hand to give me a slap, okay? I like it when people do that nose tap, and so the hand slaps me. It's great, great for the metrics of the channel. And gives you some entertainment while you're at it. I mean, how many times do you get to, slap somebody in the face like that? Right? Come on, I do it to some of the streamers, especially the ones I don't like. I'll sit there and tap, 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 and just slap them in the face, slap them in the face, slap them in the face, and then I'll go in and I'll unlike them too. Oh, a Volkswagen Golf. Well, that was a good car. The new car is a Volkswagen Golf. I love the Volkswagen cars. The Golf sits a little bit lower than the Jetta. So being a very tall man, I like the Jetta a little more. I didn't have to fall, climb out so high. But I had a Jetta. Actually, it wasn't a Jetta. It was called a Bora, which is the badging that they give the same body style in Germany. But because it was a German-made car that was originally sold in Germany, it had a different transmission in it. The gears were much higher. That car could easily, and I mean easily, do 130 miles an hour without even batting an eyeball. Yep, Passat's even better than the Golf and the Jetta. Passat has it's their next level up from the Jetta. It's got way better handling. It's got a wider stance to it and tighter suspension. Them fucking things can fly. The speedometers on the Passat in Germany are ranged up to 300 kilometers an hour. That's frickin' fast. Considering 120 kilometers an hour is 75 miles an hour. Just, to give the Americans a good comparison. Because I know, like Mr. Pat, you do. Oh no, you guys do everything in miles per hour in Great Britain too, don't you? And not kilometers. Yep. Yeah, the Passat is made for the Autobahn, absolutely, and so was that Bora that I had. Fuck, that thing was fast. I am good, Maz Khan. Thank you for asking, and thank you for coming in and saying hello. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, miles per hour. It's been years since I've been there. Oh hell, when was I there with my first wife? 90, first week of 2000, I think it was. Yeah. See, in Canada, all of our speeds and everything, we've switched, everything to metric. Speed limits and all of that everything's in metric, except when you go, to do construction, and then everything's imperial. $18.92. Shit. Okay, go and laugh at a comment there, Mr. Pat. Okay, dark 1892 is. I forget what yeah. So it's and they sell Tide detergent, the powder detergent in liters. Tide powder is a dry item. So you've got meters for distance, you have kilograms for dry weight, and you have liters for wet volume. So why would you sell a dry product in a liquid measurement? I never could figure that one out. But, they didn't, when they introduced the metric system to Canada in 1982, I think that's what Dark was meaning to say, 1982 when, Canada went metric. They did not do a very good job of educating the people on the metric system. It's just, now we're going to be doing everything in metric. And I don't know if anybody, has heard about a little airplane incident that happened in Manitoba, but there was a 747. Anyways, it was a big passenger jet. Ran out of gas going from Toronto to Winnipeg. Ran out. It went plip, 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 and there they are at 30,000 or 28,000 feet. They were on their way down to Winnipeg already. At 28,000 feet, they ran out. So they had to glide that airplane in, and they were able to land it on the airport in Gimli, Manitoba, which it's about an hour, a little over an hour drive from Gimli to Winnipeg. But the plane came down safely, no accident, or there was no injuries. But it turns out it was because the person that fueled the plane didn't know how to convert to liters, because his truck was now, measuring out fuel in liters into the airplane instead of gallons. So he commented wrong. Yeah, that was lucky, but it drives home the point that you need to be very aware, of the differences between the imperial system and the metric system. And it's even funnier because in Canada, our gallon, an imperial gallon, and it's the same gallon that's used in Great Britain, is different than an American gallon. Okay, an imperial gallon is 4.12 liters. I think that's what it is. And the American gallon is 3.89 liter or 3.79 liters. You're hungry? Oh, yeah, dark. Um, but Canada switched over to the metric system because the rest of the world uses the metric system. Only Great Britain, was on the imperial system. Great Britain and Canada and the USA. Uh, okay, Pit Keeper. Yeah, I would agree with you. We're spirits trapped within a human form. Um, that spirit is what we call our psyche. Yeah. Uh-huh. If you're not careful, I've got a moderator in here that'll take you to your afterlife really quick. He's Mr. Ruthless. Uh-huh. Whatever you said there, Dark. Okay, you two knock that off. That's not fair in my stream. I know that, I understand what you're saying there, Pit Magic or Pit Keeper, but, the thing you're talking about an afterlife, and I'm a Christian, but I know that, in the afterlife I will be with God, but now God is with me. So, I'm living the dream. Uh-huh. But see, heaven, if you abandon the organized religion called Christianity, and by that I mean, the churches, and actually read the Bible yourself, you'd understand. Mm-hmm. Because you cannot learn about God from a pastor or a preacher. You need to learn about God from God. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So, that's my 2 cents there for you, Pit Keeper, about uh, um, being a Christian. In my years, I've been to church too many times to ever count. I grew up in a denomination where it was required that you attend church twice on Sunday. And, hey, Wicked! Uh-huh. I'm doing good there, Wicked. So, I've been to church more times than you can count. But it wasn't until I stopped going to church that I actually learned what's in the Bible. No, I prefer white, Hardy, and not dark. No, I haven't had my dinner yet because I came to your stream and it just went on and on and on and on, and I never got to eat my food. My meatballs are sitting, over there in the pan still, waiting for me. Yes, Hendrik, Jesus is King. King of the Jews. Now, here's an interesting thing. I'm going to talk quickly. about this one. Hendrik, brought it up that Jesus is king, and they put that sign, King of the Jews over his head on the cross. But here's the truth of the story. He was the rightful heir to the throne of David. He had taken every step required by, tradition to claim his rightful throne, but the Pharisees and the Sadducees did not want him taking that, because that would stop their influence, their control over the people. Then the people would, respect the king and not the religious leaders. Right? Now, Jesus went into the temple just before the Passover, and it says he turned over, or in our language, it says he overturned the tables. But in the Greek text, it actually says that the tables were turned over. Right? So what happens when we have a change in parliament or in our government? The key offices of the government are turned over to newly elected people or newly appointed people, right? So maybe Jesus didn't go there and just grab the tables and flip them and make everything scatter, but he said that you, after will no longer be doing this. You will, this table will then, or this position will go to so and so, right? And the Pharisees, of course, totally objected to that, or he simply told them, you will lose your position. Now, anybody in power, as any politician, does not want to lose power. Why do you think, so many people, rather than go into politics where you have to be voted every 4 years or 6 years or whatever, they choose to become bureaucrats. They're the ones that are employed by the, appointed figurehead. So, you get bureaucrats that sit in these positions for 25, 30 years, and they are actually the ones with the power, because, they make the decisions for the figurehead. Okay. Yes, Hardy, I ate you instead of food. Oh, hamburger helper. Wicked. Oh, good stuff. Yep. But hey, you see what happens to people that, disrespect the host? Bye. I'll have, I had stopped, after doing an errand in town, I had stopped at McDonald's and grabbed, or used some of my free points. And I had a Filet-O-Fish sandwich and fries, and a Shamrock Shake. I love it when they have the Shamrock Shakes, and that minty flavor to it. Yeah. So, just a lot, Hendrik. A lot of what we have been taught about the Bible may not be 100% correct, and a lot of that is due to the translation. Um, and when I started doing my study aside from just listening to a preacher on Sunday or the catechism that you had to do before you did profession of faith, or got your seat as a member of the church. But when I started studying on my own, there was a man he still does it every week. He does a show called Keys of the Kingdom. He's known as Brother Gregory. But he was trained as a priest in the Catholic Church. His father was a judge in Oklahoma. And as he was as he was doing his theology studies for the Catholic Church, he also did law. So he did law and theology. Just bear with me while I finish this, guys, and then I'll go back and read comments. But he put a word out there that has stuck in my mind, and the word is sophistry. Sophistry. Never heard of it till he used it. But it is a word that means that what you are being told is almost true, but not. It sounds perfectly true, right? Logically true. Well, that's what a lot of cops do. They'll pull you over and they tell you, you have to give me your ID. Oh, really? What law is that? Well, we got a call. We have to have your ID. No, you don't. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have committed, am committing, or am about to commit a crime before you can demand my identification. And if you cannot articulate a fact, then you don't get to see my identification. You're not entitled to it. You don't have the right to it. So, okay, I'm going to go back and read some of these. Hendrik says, nice talking to you, God bless. Wicked, McDonald's just don't seem like real food to me lately. I don't really know how to explain it. I love their milkshakes when they are working. Yeah. You know what? I agree, Wicked. I would go to Burger King if we had one. Our choice for burgers in this town is McDonald's. A&W even pulled out of here. Jim Johns, thank you for stopping by. What do you mean, let's be legal? Oh, yeah, know your rights. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a big supporter of First Amendment auditing in the U.S. And the similar auditing in Canada. It's 2A. Under our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, it's 2A instead of the First Amendment. But knowing your rights is critical. If you don't know your rights, you don't have any. Hey, Lance. Okay? Knowing your rights is paramount. And I bet you I know the American Bill of Rights better than half the cops in that country. Yep. Keep adding, Lance. I'd like the likes and as many people as you can drag in here as subscribers. I'd be appreciative of it. I want to hit 1,000. Hopefully, I'm going to pray that it's by the end of the year. But your rights are so absolutely vital. Those are God-given rights. Okay? Now, in Canada, our charter, our constitutional charter, starts out with these words: whereas this country was founded upon the supremacy of God, yet our parliamentarians, they want to, kick God out of everything. So if they want to kick out God from the Constitution, what do we have then, Because the next phrase is, and the rule of law. So if you kick out God, then it's the supremacy of the law. I knew. Ain't gonna go there. The Americans, Pledge of Allegiance, one nation under God with liberty and justice for all. Well, if you take out God, then you've got one nation under. I really like that, metaphor. Stinkbug. I think Dark Magician was a troll on my channel before I even had 1 million views. There's a reason these channels don't do so well. Okay. He will block me here too. Well, we'll see. Don't forget, I'm the channel owner. So you behave yourself in the channel and you won't have to worry about being blocked. So, I've known Dark long enough to know that he doesn't block anybody unless they've earned it. He very often beats me to it. And there's times when I beat him to it, giving viewers the permanent exit. Okay? So, just be respectful. That's all you need to do. I don't, my alter ego kicked the viewer out. The first thing he wrote in there, as a comment was ass. Well, guess what? Yeah, don't need him in my stream. And I don't tolerate that shit. Okay, so yeah. I've never run into you before, Stinkbug, so I have no idea who you are, what you're like. Hello, Rosie Roberts. You would probably eat eggs daily. Now, yes, they are versatile. You want to know something about eggs? The doctors have told you that, you got to limit your cholesterol intake. What they don't tell you is that your brain needs cholesterol. Right? Your brain basically is cholesterol. Huh? So, I'm going to finish on this cholesterol thing. There's a man who used to be a doctor. He's now an MD. He actually started his career as a veterinarian a big animal vet, wildlife. He was on Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Okay, Dr. Joel Wallach. You can find him all over the internet. But that man tells you basically you can eat up to 1 egg for every 2 or 3 pounds of body weight per day. Okay? That's a lot of eggs. Okay, I'm going to go back here and read this. The real River Rizzler, Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Amen. Haven't got the River Rizzler. Haven't got a clue who Frank Gallagher is or what Shameless is, but thank you for the compliment. So, Rosie, eat them eggs. And don't forget to crack them first. Oh, what's my channel about? Oh, we talk about everything, anything, and nothing. So you can pick from any one of those 3 topics, and we can discuss it. Hello, Anthony. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by, saying hello. Oh, I don't have a favorite way to have eggs prepared. Actually, yes, I do. Eggs Benedict. I love Eggs Benedict, but I don't have them often. But, I'll scramble them up, I'll fry them up and throw them on between 2 slices of bread. Hard boiled. For a while, I had 300 chickens, and they were laying fucking eggs faster than I could sell them. So I said, okay. I cooked, I hard boiled it. Oh shit, 5 dozen, and then I pickled them. And I put them, I put different spices in when I pickled them. Fuck, that was good eating. And the nice thing about once they're hard boiled and pickled like that, you can, they store for a long time. They travel easily. I could take a jar with me to work, and it was fine. And if I ate a jar with 10 eggs in it in a day, it didn't bother me. So eggs are healthy. They're a good source of protein. The cholesterol is actually good for your cranium. So, if you want to, James Brain, well, I don't do what somebody who's come into my stream for the first time tells me to do. Okay? As a matter of fact, that's going to get you extra scrutiny on what you put in here, and it may wind you up on the end of my boot. If you don't like that, James, I'll give you the middle finger and tell you you're number 1. Got it? What's that, Dark? Ouch. Rosie, I am from Canada, and I ain't afraid to call a spade an asshole. No, that's a spade, a spade. Sorry, an asshole's an asshole. Bye, James. You come from Alaska? Oh no. They say it's cold as hell up there, but something, I've always been told that hell is hot. So which is it? Is it cold, or is hell cold, or is hell hot? The temperatures up there, you get cold enough to freeze the bolts off a bridge. I like my bolts right where they are, thank you. What part of Alaska are you in? You in Juneau? Nome? Yeah, the same here. I'm right in the middle of Canada. So if you follow the borderline from west to east, there's that little part of the U.S. that bumps up, into Canada, and then comes back down. Well, that body of water there is called Lake of the Woods, where that happens. And if you go east of that, 65 miles, that's actually where I am. Where it comes back down, goes 65 miles east, and that's where I am. I've heard that Alaska is beautiful, beautiful country, and once you get away from the highway, 500 yards, you're pretty much not going to be bothered by anybody. Okay. Anchorage, yep. I got a pretty good idea where that is. I've never been up there, quite honestly. My sister's did 2 summers. She got on a bus south of Hamilton, Ontario, and rode that bus all the way to Dawson Creek. There's a restaurant and hotel, and that was right. It was the last building in Canada before you crossed into Alaska. And she worked there for 2 summers because it was owned by the daughter of family friends. My dad and I did a lot of work at her house. I don't know what the daughter's last name was anymore, but her maiden name was Grunewald. Hello, Trucking Europe. Welcome. You're looking at a North American trucker. I've kicked some iron around the continent. As a matter of fact, yesterday I submitted my medical to get my truck license reinstated. What is my favorite hobby? Tinkering. I love tinkering. Right now I've got a 1984 F-250 4x4 diesel powered, manual transmission, manual gearbox, manual transfer case, manual locking hubs, and the only thing power in there is nothing, or the radio. And the body on it is toast, absolutely finished. But the frame is in good shape, the driveline's in good shape. So I'm ripping the driveline off and I'm tinkering to marry a 2006 Dodge Caravan on top of it. So, I'll have the creature comforts of a Dodge Caravan with stow and go seats, but the driveline and power of that Ford truck, it's proving to be a challenge. You guys are going to have to excuse me for about 3 minutes here. I got to take care of a coffee problem. Oh! Actually, we're going to take care of 2 coffee problems. Because I got an empty cup and a full bladder. So we're going to walk the plank and the dark hall of nothingness to go and make some fresh coffee. Yeah, you're going to be having to put up with some bright lights in here. Okay, bear with me. kettle for water. And I'll be right back. Don't kill each other while I'm gone. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I feel better now. One shovel of the good stuff. The good stuff. Two scoops of this because I ain't sweet enough. And since this is empty, I'm going to put some of this in there just to, take the edge off the coffee, make it a mocha. Okay, you head off to work. Thank you for stopping by, Rosie. Stay cool. Oh, no, I'll eat later, Hardy. Okay. You want to come around again and we'll shave another one off. Oh. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. You like yours black, I like a little flavored creamer in my coffee, and it's got to have sugar. There we go. Okay. Now, my coffee, I get it the same way that James Bond gets his martini. Shaken, not stirred. Because that's my coffee cup, and the nice thing about it is, look at that. Upside down, that cup's full. But I can turn it upside down and, it doesn't wind up on the floor. Oh. Back to my dungeon. Okay. Now you guys stay there and behave. Okay. So we're back. Back in the saddle again. Hello, Tansing. Boy, that sounds almost like dancing. Hey, yeah, exactly, Lance. Shaken, not stirred. Shake, 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 shake. Oh, I do enjoy my coffee. I'm good, Sam. As a matter of fact, for a man that's getting to my age, I'm damn good. Oh, okay. So far we've had some good discussions today, and making some new friends. Oh, so where are you from, Dan? Let me see if I can guess. Pakistan. Oi. Hey, Hardy, you got a suggestion for a different song? Um, oh, hey, there's a good one. Mm. Oh, we're down to one viewer. Okay. What happened here? Everybody left me. Oh no. Oh, we got another one. Woo! Phew. Okay. Um. Okay. So.
When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound, and time shall be no more, and the morning breaks eternal, bright and fair. When the saved of earth shall gather over on the other shore, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. On that bright and cloudless morning, when the dead in Christ shall rise, and the glory of his resurrection share. When his chosen ones shall gather to their home beyond the skies, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, when the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, when the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. I'll be there.
Oh, that one's actually public domain. Woohoo! Words and music are public domain. Cool. Ah. That means I can record that one and put it on my playlist and not and as a short, and I won't get a YT strike. Cool. Let's see what it kicks up now. Okay. Nope. Seems like everybody's gone. Oh well. Huh? So I'll just do a few songs here and we'll see what happens.
On the wings of a snow white dove, he sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above. On the wings of a dove, when trouble surrounds, when evils come, the body grows weak, the spirit grows numb. When these things beset us, God doesn't forget us. He sends down His love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. He sends His pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. When Noah had drifted on the flood many days, he searched for land in various ways. Troubles he had some, but wasn't forgotten. He sent down His love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow white dove. He sends His pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. When Jesus went down to the waters that day, He was baptized in the usual way. When it was done, God let His Son. He sent down His love on the wings of a dove, on on the wings of a snow white dove. He sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. A sign from above, on the wings of a dove.
I'm gonna just wipe out that question. Seems I have nobody here. Oh, so, it's interesting. You know, it's showing that, or showed that I had 0, but I know for a fact, you know, that my other channel's still here. So I'm wondering why that happens. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, they all left us, and oh, even Hardy left. But I think she was listening to me sing at least one of those songs. Oh. Well, seems to have a small crowd, and I did start very late tonight. You know, almost 2 hours later from my normal time. That's because you know, Hardy was there, and yeah, I just had to be in Hardy's stream. Ten to 9. It's getting late at night for you and I there, Dark, because we're both, and yeah, you're Alabama's on Central Time Zone too, so. But tomorrow is Saturday, and Friday is supposed to be date night, and here we are hanging out in fucking YouTube chat room. Jesus, what's with us, eh? And she was parading around. Yep, exactly. She was parading around. Oh well. And she's not responding, so that leads me to believe she ain't here. Yeah. Well, at least she wasn't peddling her ass around town. You know, it's funny. The Filipinas, you know, they don't get a lot of those jokes like peddling your ass, right? Oh, be to work at 5 in the morning. Well, you got 9 hours. Yeah, 9 hours. No, 8 hours. Buddy, I think you need to find your pillow and give it some head. Jaden, do I have a girlfriend? Not currently. Hello, Survival Empire. Ah, there's a Hardy. You made it back. We were talking about you while you were gone. Ha ha. Why do you ask if I have a girlfriend, Jaden? Well, I don't know. I don't know you. So, the question is, you know, why would you even ask me? I mean, I'm looking at your channel. You look like a pretty good looking gal. You got a nice pool table there beside you. That's a plus. I like playing pool. Because pool is all about mathematics. So, but where do you live, Jaden? Well, I can't do a yes or no. I would definitely consider it. Yep. Yep, for now, Hardy, the only thing we get to sleep with is our pillows. And they're not live and moving pillows. You want a straight yes or no answer, and I don't do straight yes or no answers. Those are, that's a loaded question. Please, would I date you? Yes. Would it lead into something permanent? That I can't say yes or no to, but I would date you at least once. But I have bad habits. Yeah. No, Taco Bell doesn't load up a taco very well. At least not here. There was one time I was taking a truck. I think I picked it up in Thunder Bay or something. No, I picked up a load in Thunder Bay. I was driving for a company. I wasn't driving the piggybacks or shuttle service. Yes, I have Gmail, Jaden. Go to my channel. Just take my name, the way it's in the channel without the numbers, at Gmail. So what I was saying is, yeah, I was headed through the states, and looking for, coming to the end of the day, looking for a place to, one, park the truck, two, have dinner. And I saw this restaurant, Mexican food, proprietor of some Hispanic name. I forget what it was. I'm thinking, you know what? Hispanic name, Mexican food, that must be fucking authentic Mexican. Oh, damn, was that good Mexican food. And, I ordered an assortment platter. It was all I could do to eat it. As a matter of fact, I believe I took home a clamshell and had the rest of it the next day. So, anyways. Derek, you going somewhere? I bet you I got there first. To Crazy Town. Yeah, I'll look. No, I'll definitely look it up. Thanks for stopping, Jaden. I appreciate all my new viewers. But I've done some singing, or 3 songs so far. Done a lot of talking, and my throat is getting sore. I'm going to have to exercise my throat, my speaking cords here. Because that's a lot of talking. Usually I don't say much, the whole day long. As a matter of fact, before I started streaming, if I talk for a grand total of an hour in a day, no, that's To the Moon, Alice. Oh, Hardy, you've probably never seen that show. It was a series with Jackie Gleason. It was called The Honeymooners. Great sitcom from the 50s, I think it was. The early days of television. Oh, you have visitors? Okay, well, you pay attention to your visitors. Oh, I'm around, Jaden. I'm not that hard to find. Yeah, pow, right in the kisser. That's the one, Dirk. That's the one. Uh-huh. So, yeah. I think it still reruns on some of the cable channels or specialty channels. Yeah. Oh, well. I must have been a good enough kisser to my ex-wife. We've got 4 kids. One of these days, Alice, one of these days, pow, right in the kisser. He used that line often. The refrigerator they had on that set was so old it still had the ice box in the bottom. I'm not looking for you right now, Jaden, because I'm doing my stream. So I'll look later, but not right now. Pow! Right in the kisser. You say, one of these days, Alice, one of these days, pow, right in the kisser. Yeah, not quite there, Lance. My father loved that show, when I was growing up. So, what is a POW? POWs, that way is prisoner of war. MIA, missing in action. But when Dark typed it there, the big POW, it was, pow, right in the kisser, because that's how Jackie said it right in the show. Oh, we were just talking about. I forget how we got onto that. Got talking about some of the old TV series. I still love MASH. As a matter of fact, oh, come on. I have this. It's a 2 terabyte hard drive. And I've got all of the 007 franchise movies on it. I've got all of MASH, Dukes of Hazzard, the A-Team series, and the movie, House, the entire series. Hello. No, I'm not Grandpa. I'm just a papa. I just got old hair. Makes me look like I'm a grandpa. Um. Oh, I'm your grandpa. Oh, okay. Hello, Nasir. Oh, Nasir, you're a regular on Hardy's stream, correct? I think I recognize the icon. Okay. Okay. Not so important is gotcha. NT is not so important. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, folks, we're coming up to my 90 minutes, which is pretty much where my voice is going to give out on me. Not so important. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you being here. No, it's not. Just good old-fashioned cigarettes. But anyways, thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. For those who've been here through the whole thing, especially Hardy, Dark, I appreciate all of you. I love you all to bits. Yeah. Look forward to doing this again next time. Dark, you're going to have to go find your bedding and soil it, or crawl into it, and have a good day at work tomorrow. Sucks to be you having to work on Saturday. But anyways, all of you, thank you for coming. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever may be the case for you. Have a great day. God bless and stay safe.